to be able to deal with the complexity of the world that involves so many different dynamic elements that it's hard to describe in sentences. If the world of 1916 was complex, or the world of 1945 was complex, the world of 2016 is intensely complex. And I can tell you that from personal experience, and I know there's many others who can tell you that as well. And you will graduate and be in that world, and you're going to be leading the soldiers and the sailors, the airmen and the Marines in that world. You'll be dealing with terrorists. You'll be dealing with hybrid armies. You'll be dealing with little green men, dealing with hybrid armies.
After hundreds were massacred, yes, Emily Jones for CBN News reports that as many as 200 Christians have been killed in rocket attacks in the Syrian city of Aleppo between April 22nd and April 30th. Many of the dead are women and children, and the attacks left hundreds of survivors severely injured. Now, they report that some of the rockets came from the Syrian state and Russian forces in an attempt to target rebel militants. However, many of the attacks on the Christian community are linked to the Islamic terror groups. That's according to Boss News Life website, who's reporting that fact. They say that one group who has issued a threat against the Christians on April 22nd, they stated, quote, we will show the Armenians and the Christians who we are. We have been ordered not to leave any Armenians in the area. They continue that yet in the midst of the carnage, Syrian Christians are uniting with prayer. Yes, the Barnabas Fund reported that despite the attacks, a major prayer gathering took place, including several Syrian government representatives. They state that the unity and love among the Syrian Christians is attracting more Muslims to faith in Christ. Quote, there are surprising signs of hope amongst the stories of sorrow and pain. Some small businesses have opened, a new church has been planted, and more people are coming to Christ than ever before.
5 islands have disappeared from the Solomon Islands group of islands here, this chain. Now, these 5 islands were Zalis, Kakatina, Rahana, Rapida, and Kale. Now, the largest of the 5 lost its entire area of 48,890 square meters above sea level from the baseline, and they've completely vanished at this point. So, talking about more earth changes here, and you know, we see volcanoes forming new islands every day. We've seen instances out there off Japan where islands have risen out of the ocean and only to later submerge and fall back down into the water.
It is something you've likely seen in the movies.
Yeah, but it's also happening in real life. People are getting chips implanted in their hands and other places. Some people in the Twin Cities are embracing the extra personal technology that is turning them into human remote controls.
I can carry nearly 80 gigs of data in my head. 160 if I use a doubler. A computer!
Where'd you learn to do that?
Set in the far-off year of 2021, this is the 1995 film, Johnny Mnemonic.
I need a Sinologic 16.
Password and
One of several films that caught the attention of a boy growing up in Richfield.
There are so many limitations and conditions that we have as people that we can overcome if we put a little energy into it and a little technology.
A chip in his wrist clears his daily path.
So that unlocks my door.
Operates his computer and phone.
And it turned off my ringer.
And if he has his way...
Handyman says he can now open his door, unlock his cell phone, and all he has to do is just swipe his hand.
It's because he has a microchip implanted in his hand.
Well, that would do it.
He says it's changed his life, and now he's showing it off for the first time. We were there. Fox 12's Nora Hart spoke with him about what the chip does and how he got it in the first place.
Yes, this is a pretty interesting one, you guys. James Newman says he's embracing technology in a big way. 2 years ago, after reading some tech articles, he was inspired and he had a chip implanted right in his hand. He says radio frequency identification is the way of the future, and he wants to stay on the cutting edge. James Newman will never have to worry about losing his keys.
Activate it. Put your hand up to it.
unlocks it.
With the swipe of his hand, he can unlock his home, his phone, and he hopes that's just the beginning.
It's a progression of technology, and I kind of wanted to be on the forefront of that.
RFID, or radio frequency identification, offers many features, but it isn't a new technology. In fact, you may even use it without even realizing it if you have a microchipped pet or even a key fob. Emil Grafstra, founder of Dangerous Things, supplies at-home tag kits on his company's website, so you can RFID DIY, if you will.
You know, in a personal use context, your home, your door, you're using it with your own stuff. There's no real privacy issue. There's no real security issue. There's really no risk. If you're talking about on the biological side, the infection side, it's actually less risky there, health-wise, to get this than it is to get even an ear piercing.
James is one of Dangerous Things' customers.
Went on the website, bought the little kit, and showed up at my door. It's a syringe that comes preloaded with the chip in it, and you pinch up your skin and stick the needle in, inject and pull out, and try to get it between the skin and the muscle tissue there.
Aside from benefits like keyless entry, James says there are some social perks to having a chip.
I'm the only one that I know that has one, and it's kind of unique. A lot of people are like, that's really weird, why would you do that? No way would I do that. And then after they see me use it once or twice, they're like, okay, that's kind of cool.
But he knows not everyone's a fan of the technology.
And when it comes to the mark of the beast type of thing, that seems to me as a literal interpretation of biblical texts, and if you really read it, it says it's on the right hand or on the forehead, and mine's in my left.
He says for now, he's taking his chances and has no plans to remove his chip.
I figured worst case scenario, I could take a scalpel to it, cut it out.
Again, that website James used is called Dangerous Things, and it's called that for a reason. There is a full disclosure warning posted explaining that the products have not been approved by the FDA, but the company's founder tells me that's actually by choice because they do not want their products to be classified as medical devices. Live in studio tonight, Nora Hart, Fox 12 Oregon.
Mount Washington, New Hampshire. This is yesterday. 109-mile-per-hour wind gust reported right there. These guys trying to stand in it as they take their observations. I mean, it looks like fun, doesn't it? But that also looks like the Antarctic does. I mean, it's just amazing.
就是叫长城山找了没有？有。146。啊！146。
ऊपर देख ऊपर
Sì, l'energia, ma te ma questo che si yes. Guarda piano questo. Oddio. Ma è Slovenia. È Slovenia, guarda, è chiusa. Oddio, guarda te questo.
सर तेले अब के और था तपाईलाई अब माथि झार्दै तेले हेर्दै यहाँ यो यस्त्री आउँदो रहेछ वारी ढुङ्गा आएको हेर्नु सर वारी खोला ढुङ्गा हेर्नु झरेका हजुर भिडियो खिच्ने भिडियो खिचेको त हो नि पुरै खिच्नु ल आयो भनेको त है बर्बाद खोला ढुङ्गा हेर्न खोला ढुङ्गा कति झऱ्यो झऱ्यो त्यो पनि झऱ्यो माथिको
नेगर कुछ भन्नु भन्नु नेगर भन्नु भन्नु gol bukhara Sadece aqui vem vida você vê tem meu urge खराब दुई सुविधा ठीक दम बक्स जरा होला आधा घंटा खादर यार इनको हाल तमाम زايد شوف إنك بمجاني بدي فات دوم يجي زي بس إنك بيجي راني ما هي أنا بيه بس إنك بيجي سنة دوباره كساري ميارن كساري مي يا مزاج يوصل شادي أكيد أنا تيمي أراوي تيمي جو كساري هم كمان لا بلد كساري ما هو صار جاي بيلنا جت مو صار جاي بيته يسمى يا رأي دول بغاصات شو بيجي استخدم دمولي بارات سيل ده يقدم هذا الشيء كتر خالي هني وصلت من اليوم جالسة تواتس تلا اسكت دمولي هنا تقريبا يا أرجعون شاري مسي أولو ملاك أنت أمريكا من البريتش يوم China سالس كيك إيش كسي لا Gol جدا
Tiens, regarde, ça y est, c'est parti là. Ça y est, c'est parti. Ça y est. Allez, reculez les enfants. Allez, hop. Allez.
Option
Thank you.
I was actually on a helicopter on the way back from the North Sea oil platform at the time, and when it happened probably about 10 to 7, I actually thought we were about to be hit by lightning, because the sky lit up, there was a series of flashes, bangs, and then it all went quiet again. And it was only when I landed and I saw the eruption on social media that it was something a bit more than lightning. We got a pretty good view of it because it looked like it was happening right over our heads, so it's a lot closer than I'd probably like to be.